press conference today, and he denied that there was any sort of relation to Watergate. For one thing, he said Nixon would have never trusted his penis with a Jew. The look on some people's faces. President Clinton was with a Republican yesterday dedicating a building, the Ronald Reagan building, a huge, I think it cost $816 million. People say, would Reagan have approved of that? Well, Nancy Reagan was there to say he would have, and Clinton and Reagan dedicated this building together, and then they swapped stories. And Nancy said that when Ronnie was in the office, an intern once tried to seduce him. She knelt down in front of him, but he lost his train of thought and knighted her. Well, the Vatican is trying to put behind it this terrible shooting. I'm sure you heard about this. One of their Swiss guards was murdered, and it's a terrible thing, but apparently the Vatican is investigating on its own. I did not know this, but the Vatican has its own powers to do that, to investigate a crime, to prosecute, even to interrogate prisoners, which they did using the old good pope, bad pope. You know, the old good, bad. That's okay. And finally, there's a big controversy in the NBA. Are you watching the basketball playoffs? Well, if you saw the games between the Knicks and the Heat, several of the players did this, which I thought was just sort of, trash talking. But apparently that is a gang symbol for you're going to die. Now the NBA is all mad at these guys. And the white players, the few of them that there are, in the league are now afraid to go to three-point land at night. All right, thanks for coming. It's all been satirized for your today. Thank you, folks. All righty, let us meet our panel. She served 12 distinguished terms in the U.S. Congress. Her book is called 24 Years of Housework, and the place is still a mess. Pat Schroeder, yeah.
Hey.
How are you, hon?
Nice to see you.
Good to see you again. Thank you for coming. A renowned choreographer for his dance company will be performing at UCLA's Royce Hall, May 8th and 9th. Phil T. Jones. Phil. Always good to A distinguished star of stage and screen. His films include Goodfellas, Nixon, and Romeo and Juliet. His next is Bulworth. Paul Sorvino. Hey, Paulie.
Hi, Bill.
How you doing? Good to see you. Love you in Bulworth. You're great. She has 2 Golden Globes and an Emmy for playing Diane Chambers on Cheers. Her new show is Kelly Kelly, Monday nights on another network. Shelley Long. Hey, you. Thanks for coming. Okay. All right. Well, you're on another network. Let me bring up...
I am, but not on Monday nights. It's Sunday nights now at 7:30.
Okay. So sorry.
That's
Your show
okay.
is on... That's why my schedule...
You know how networks work now?
Yeah, okay. And what network? We can say.
The WB.
The WB. Okay.
Thank you.
I didn't even know you were black. Anyway... Speaking of not knowing someone's black, what a good segue. Last week on Thursday, the USA Network had what they called the National Hate Test. There was a full-page ad in the paper about it, which they call it the National Erase to Hate and Eliminate Racism Day, which I celebrate on the Monday.
Mine will be Sunday at 7:30.
Yours will be Sunday at 7. Okay. Okay, and I must say, it's a good idea to try to eliminate hate and racism, of course, but the idea that if you don't conform to these ideas, you are a hater, I don't know. Now, tell me if you agree with this. In the ad, I'm just going to show you what they had in the ad. First, they have an Asian guy and a black guy playing basketball. Okay? It says, black guy, want to bet? Well, yeah, I would bet on the black guy. So I think the black guy's going to win in the game of basketball. That makes me a hater?
No.
No.
So who do you hate, the Asian or the black?
I don't hate either one, but the black guy is going to win.
He wants to win, yeah.
But they're implying that if you think that this game is somehow, stacked toward the black guy, you're a hater or you're prejudiced. No, you're just a realist.
You just watch television.
Are you sure? Did they give the answers? I mean, are they giving the answers or you just...
Well, they gave the answers on the test. How about this one? Your son, gay coach. This is the Little League game they show, and the coach is hugging rather closely the son.
Well,
got a problem?
Is the coach hugging or is the kid hugging the coach?
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know, but
either way, it's dangerous if you're scared of, you think homosexuals are always going to have sex with children. Either way. So if you have that problem, you would be scared. I don't have that problem. A lot of people I know don't have that problem. So I don't think they would necessarily be scared. I would want to know what kind of coach he is.
That's right. I want to know if he's a good coach, and if you look at the child, the arm is up high. I mean, the child obviously is embracing.
You know what? I would go. Why is any person who's not the, parent hugging a kid though? If you're a parent, do you want other people hugging your kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're huggers. Yeah, we're huggers.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have kids.
Let's get down to the business of it, though. A lot of these questions, I had problems with this whole question, first of all, because I think most of us, we know now that these things, the political is personal as the personal is political. Go up to the coach and say, you know what? I have concerns about this situation, and I'm watching you very closely. And then you watch this man's face, right? You'll tell very soon if you can trust this guy. Every question on there, do you trust your judgment? Do you trust your judgment to go up and confront?
It's not about judgment. They're saying that you're a hater if you have,
it's a poorly conceived series of questions. It's a poorly conceived series of questions. I think the next one we have to talk about is even better.
Yeah, but can you imagine me going up to the coach and my kid is on the team and I look at this guy and I say, you going to hug this kid?
No.
He would resign. He'd go away.
This test thinks that it's cutting edge because it's trying not to get at what we say, but what we secretly feel.
Yeah, and that's baloney.
Right? It is baloney, and the way we get at what we secretly feel is what's in question right now, isn't it? And also it's across the board in the discourse.
All right, I have to take a commercial, and then we will... National hate test, which some of you were poo-pooing, but, it's not like some of this stuff doesn't play itself out in real life. I'm sure you all heard last week about the case in Houston. The director of affirmative action down there called a councilman who is a dwarf a midget, and she got fired for calling a dwarf a midget. And are we all just... What?
Is it not appropriate now to use the word midget? I know that dwarf is correct.
Scientifically different.
I know they're scientifically different, but does everyone know my DNA makeup?
Exactly.
I would be. I'm sure this woman did not use this term with any anger or malice.
The logic is because she dealing with affirmative action, she should have known better. That's what the word is. That's what the idea is.
That's hard.
But still,
I agree with that. I agree it's very hard.
Job,
but
Bill.
She made an apology. Yeah. The guy did not accept, which would have been big of him.
But I sometimes want to climb up on top of the Chrysler Building in New York and scream, lighten up, people. There is a point where I think we really do.
That would be offensive to apes.
That's probably right. They'd say, my goodness.
But Bill, I didn't read carefully, but why didn't he accept the apology? Was it in the spirit in which she had said it? Did they have past history where she had insulted him? There seems to be more to it.
People are nuts today, Bill. That's why, because people are spoiled and so sensitive.
Well, people are in a lot of pain today. Liz, I sound a little too new age. Is that what you mean when you say nuts? People are tortured by history and so on. I'm very, very sensitive. The joke you made earlier about, so if you're being promiscuous, you'll get AIDS. Well, I want to say, wait a minute, folks. For those women out there who are sleeping with men using needles, and those people who are using needles, and those hemophiliacs, he didn't mean what he just said. He was making a joke. The fact is that a lot of people out there laughed at that, but that is not the only way you get AIDS. We know that now, don't we? Promiscuity. But I forgive you,
But to put all that in a joke, Bill, would sort of ruin the joke. And I tell you, as a comedian, sometimes I feel I
maybe
should
the
have
joke
my
shouldn't have
own...
been said, Bill. Yeah! Come on.
Yeah, people need to laugh.
Well, but people don't need to laugh about everything. Now,
but you know what? Everybody thinks that their thing is the one thing everybody shouldn't laugh about. So therefore, if you take away AIDS, midget, Republicans, dwarfs, black, then you can't laugh at anything.
Did you ever watch Shakespeare and you see the comic relief? He didn't have to use any of the things you're talking about. He was able to find comedy in a lot of situations were endemic to the human situation. We're on a comedy show. I'll lighten up. But the fact is, the woman...
Well, I ain't no Shakespeare, Bill. I'll admit it to you right now.
But you know, you're brilliant. You're really brilliant. And I loved you on Tom Snyder. The person I saw on that show, the way you talked, it was so gentle. It was so...
Oh, chemistry here.
Mine
You know, I liked it. I liked it. What do you mean?
I feel a general, genial, I can't say it, connection. There's a connection.
Can you feel her feeling, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. I do, right?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
We are so constricted and so constrained by all the sensitivities about all of our personal situations.
Yes.
If you have a hump on your back and you come to me and say, look, I really want to be a TV talk show host and do a show, can you call people that you know and help me out? I'd say, sure, Bill, that's really great. I'd be looking at the hump and I'd say, that's really great, Bill. Hey, give me a call in a week or two, and I'd fly to Pasadena and I don't want to see you again. But if I really want to be your friend, I will tell you, you're a terrific guy. There's a lot of things you could do, but that hump, you could, be a model for wax, but you can't. You can't be a talk show host with a hump on your back.
Right.
So I'm not being your enemy, and I'm not being nasty or excoriating. I'm merely being your friend. Therefore, we can really be friends because I've told you the truth. I can't model bathing suits. I'm 240 pounds. I can't model bathing suits.
Right. But you could have a lawsuit about it.
I could.
That's the problem.
Well, and I can't model them either, but I really think we do need to laugh more, and I do think that...
and if there's a funny guy out there with a hump on his back, let's get him on a talk show.
That's right.
We'll take a commercial, and we'll come back to the conference.